Can you listen me?
Yes, hello everyone.
Hello. So guys, let me see. I guess it were it was more one or two people scheduled to this meeting. And now I was listening to myself here on YouTube. This is always happening. And now we have Duda. Can you listen me, Duda? Yes, I guess now she can listen. One time too that I don't see Duda here. But while I guess she's still trying to connect. Let introduce myself. I always forget this, even though I know most of you guys here. My name is Wellington, but you can call me Well. I am 28 now. I turned 28 yesterday, so I'm older now. Yeah. I will forgot a lot of times to say my age during the next month. I am from Salvador. Today, especially, I am in Salvador this week, but I am currently living in Rio. I am a civil engineer, but I work with and uh, planning and financial. And I have been here on TNT for about 2 years. Yeah, it's 2 years this week too. So it's been a week of celebrations. And I love to be here. I love to talking in English and discuss and exchange ideas with you guys. I guess it's always really good to do that, to not just improve my English or English, but also learn a little bit about the others' point of views. And today's topic, I guess I was feeling my age coming, and because of that, I chose this topic that I have brought, I guess, more than 1 year ago. I'm closer to the 30s. Yeah. So I guess because of that, we start to think more in what we have accomplished. And I don't know if you guys have always heard about imposter syndrome. And the topic is, am I a fraud? I guess we always ask to ourselves about this in a moment of our lives, and I would like to discuss. But before, I would like you guys to introduce yourselves. And hey, Leo, long time to see you. It's good to see you here. I will start with Leo to introducing himself.
Hello, guys. Good evening. My name is Leonardo. I am 27 years old, almost 28. I'm a huge fan of Well. I love this guy so much. And I'm from Belém do Pará, but I've been living in São Paulo since 2017. And I'm also a host here on Wednesday at 10 p.m. And yes, I also love Heitor and Sarah.
That's really good. Thanks, Leo. And you, Duda, could you present yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hi guys, my name is Duda. I'm 27. I just turned 27 actually. In September. I'm currently a student graduating in December, so it's very close. I study international relations, and I'm also an intern at the National Waterway Transportation Agency in Brazil. I think it's ANTAC, the Portuguese name. What else? I think that's about it. I'm not really good with social interactions, so this is like kind of difficult for me, but yeah, I'm trying my best to not like shy away from conversations.
You are on the right place, Duda. Welcome to TNT. It's good to have you here on this meeting. And you, Sarah. Sarah also become older last week, yeah?
Wiser, please.
Yeah,
Older, of
for
course.
sure. Come
Every
together.
minute. Yes, I'm also a Libra, and so I'm Sarah. I'm 27. I'm a hostess here on Talking Talk. I'm Baiana as well, so Bahia rocks the world. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's always a pleasure to be here with you guys. I'm a hostess in English, and I'm also learning French. And I love to go to his meetings. I always try, and it never goes right. But this week I'm going, definitely. Sorry, love.
I will wait for you.
Okay, write my name.
And Juju, could you present yourself, please?
Yes, I'm Juliana. I'm 35 years old. I'm from São José dos Pinhais, close to Curitiba, Paraná State. I'm here in TNT since June, but the last month I missed all the immersions, but I'm in return now. And that's all.
That's really good. Welcome back, Ju. And you, Heitor, last not least.
Yes. So good evening, guys. My name is Heitor. I'm 26. I'm a scientist. I just finished the master working as a technician and now to do a PhD, but scientist is a resume for that. And I love dancing, and I used to be a host here on TNT. I will come back. We will see. And it's really nice to see you all and to be here in our meeting. Well, let's go.
That's really good. Thanks, Heitor. And I am really grateful that you are here. And let me start with the first question. And I guess I kind of can answer it to give you guys an idea and a time to think about it. Do you feel now that you don't deserve something that you have, or have you ever felt this way? I guess nowadays to me, I feel like I did huge change in my life, that I started to live alone and in another city without my parents. And it's kind of something really strange, you know? You feel like it's the time that I become an adult, but at the same time, it's something that I feel like is not happening to me. Something's wrong with this, because I feel and it's still too young to that, even though in the past our parents started to live by themselves and started a family early. And in this time that we see a lot of people that doesn't stud or doesn't work and have the same age of those people, I feel like it's sometimes a dream, or everything can running, yeah, ring. Oh my gosh, like hui, I forgot the pronunciation. And gone, you know, like it's something temporary. And I guess because of I am becoming wiser, as Sarah said, I started to think more about it. And how about you guys? Do you have something like this? Who would you like to start and share?
I don't feel like this anymore. I used to feel this way some years ago, but now I think that I start to be more rational and more mature about my thoughts. So I just try to to start to think about my thoughts. So I start to realize that there are many things that's not real. It's just something that I use it to imagine it, and now it doesn't make sense anymore to me. So now I can say that I deserve the things that I have today. I start to be more conscious about many things, especially about my work, about TNT, that sometimes even here I thought that I do not deserve to be a host. So why I why can I not deserve this place? Why I cannot deserve the list? So I just start to realize that this is not real. So I'm not think so much anymore about it.
That's really good. Thanks, Leo. And let me see, who else would like to keep going?
Yes, I can totally relate with Leo, like about TNT, because I've never been given this level of confidence before, like with people giving me responsibility to guide the conversation. I was always the sidekick, someone who was helping. It's not like I'm a superstar because I'm a hostess, but you you have a place where people are listening to you more. I usually don't have six people stopping to listen to what I have to say, so it's kind of weird sometimes. And of course, for me, it's like about the confidence with the level of English I have sometimes, so that's why maybe I can feel that I don't deserve to be here. But with some other things, I don't feel like this yet because I didn't accomplish the things that I want yet. I haven't accomplished them, like with my professional life mainly. And well, this is the weirdest thing that has happened to me so far this year. So that's why maybe that's the reason, that's the only thing that I felt like a fraud sometimes, because that's the only thing that I can look at and say I'm proud of this. Of course, proud of, I don't know, good relationship with my family, but talking about professional development and skills, maybe this is the thing that I can highlight right now. Yes, that's it.
Really good. Thanks, Sarah. And how about you, Duda? Have you ever felt like that? Don't worry, it's okay. Here on TNT, we have dogs, kids, we have motorcycle, anything.
Okay, sorry about that. I was thinking about it, and I think for me, it's not like I think I have something physical or a position that I don't deserve. I mean, sometimes, but I feel like it all kind of stems from compliments for me. So whenever I am complimented on something, I don't know how to take it because I don't think what I do is above average. I think it's the bare minimum. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah,
everything I do is always going to be the bare minimum. And when people think it's something better than that, I'm just like, ugh, I don't really know how to take it. It's not about being ungrateful. It's just that I don't think I'm able to value much of the stuff I do for some reason. Um, I think a lot of people go through that actually, especially young people. And I mean young as in like either young adults or even teenagers go through that. But I feel like once we, past 20, we start being more stuck in this mindset of maybe I have to go somewhere, but I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm doing it right. And then at the same time, nothing I'm doing seems to be, you know, enough for what I want. Um, so yeah, I think for me right now, what I would say that I have that reaction from is like compliments and stuff like that, or something that makes me acknowledge that my work maybe is more than average.
Yeah, really good. You brought a really good point to the. We're gonna discuss more about that. Thanks. And how about you, Jun? Have you ever felt like this?
Let me think here. Nowadays, I don't have this kind of feeling, but for sure, I had in some period of my life. I can say recently I faced a problem, and because the pandemic and other things, I start to feel really bad, and I feel that I didn't deserve some things, because for me it's wrong to feel bad, not be grateful. So I start to auto-sabotage, I don't know if I can say that, but it's one situation that I remember. I feel like that.
Yeah, I got it. Really good point. Thank you. And Raider, did I say your name right? Could you introduce yourself?
Sorry the late. I am a raider or hater. I commit a mistake. I click on the Spanish immersion and I forgot the link now. So I'm Heider, 23 years old. I live in Araraquara, São Paulo. Until last week, I was living on Guarulhos, but I received a job opportunity and now I moved to Araraquara. I graduate in production engineer and I work at a aerospatial company. And I've been studying English. I've been studying English almost 3 years, but I don't have a lot of contact. For this reason, I try to improve my knowledge with TNT. And
That's
how
really
about
good.
how
Is the
question is now?
question number one? We are on the first one. I don't know if you have ever heard about imposter syndrome, but it's kind of related to that.
Yes.
Do you feel now, or have you ever felt that you didn't deserve something that you have? And do you
I
have any example of this?
Yes, I've heard about this syndrome on the TV I think last month. And in the past, I felt some things about this, but recently I changed my mindset. Now I think that the things that I have nowadays is because I deserve, but was a long period for me a- accept, aceitar, não consigo pronunciar,
Accepted.
accepted the things that I achievement. But nowadays I know to enjoy my achievements.
That's very good. Thanks, Raider. And
Thanks.
you, Ito,
Yeah, I would say that reminds me almost the thing you said about new things, new cycles, new situations that you confront. And for me, it's my last job in Croatia was like a hell, and not only because the job indeed, but it was like you know what is the denomination? Yeah, a silent firing like that.
yeah,
So
it's quite quitting.
yes, but in the other way, so silent
Yeah,
firing. They
yeah,
made every day the worst day for my life. For the entire for the entire work day. They made all the things to make this worse as possible. So it was like they make me feel that I was the wrong, the fraud, the everything. But I felt this way. I felt this way for I don't know how long, months there. And took time for me to realize that it was just their perception about it, and that I couldn't took for myself indeed, because I know that I'm better than I worked there. So yeah, that was the feeling.
Really good. Thanks for sharing, Heitor. And guys, I would like to go to another way that is not this question here, but how do you guys, actually maybe that is here, but how do you guys think that can we prevent that or avoid? What is the thing that help you to take this perception that you deserve, or that is something that you did what was necessary to achieve? How was it to you? You know? Let me see. Raider, you said about that you can see as something that you worked for to achieve. How this happened to you? How did you change your perception? Do you have an idea what was the point for you?
I prefer that the other person answer your question because I don't understand a little.
Okay, I guess I can start answering, or can you go on, Noel?
Yeah, I can start. I think in my case, there are some things that I have to do. So I have to practice physical activities. I have to clean my house. So when I know that everything is a mess, then I start to feel like I'm a fraud. But if at least the basic it's okay, I start to be more patient and start to think and what's going on that I'm not feeling good. So I start to taking notes to things that I have to study or things that I have to read. Because if everything's a mess, I have no idea from how to start. So I don't know how to start something if my life is a completely mess. So at least my house, physical activities, my friends, I know that at least these 3 steps of my life, they should be okay. And then I can start to think about my homework, about my work, about my study. I think that this is the basic to me: my house, my friends, and physical activities. This is the points that I always have to do.
Really good. Thanks, Lau. Good tips. And for you, Sarah, what changed for you when you realized that you deserved to be here on TNT as a host? What made you change this perception?
It's still a process for me, so I'm not completely over the feeling, but I'd say maybe the results, the feedback, for example, feeling more confidence. I was taking some course, like a postgraduate course, and I could communicate better. It wasn't just for the English, but communication in general. So if I say, oh, I was too shy, I didn't like to participate so much in conversations, and now it's coming more naturally to me. So that's the outcome that I can see, and I would like to be this person who is just positive about everything, but I have to see, a result I have to see something changing, and that was my good sign that I could realize, oh, it's okay. I'm on the right place. I should be here, and I can do better than I realized before. So for me, that's the main point. And the feedback that I get here, it's always so helpful. Every time I can read something and get better. So that's the thing for me. I don't know if I answered the question, but
Yeah,
try to read my mind.
you answered. Thanks, Sarah. And for you, Dudu, it's something that somehow helped you to like change this point of view, like feeling an imposter in some situations.
I think one of the most like important factors in this for me personally is when I do something without procrastinating, because I'm a procrastinator. I tend to procrastinate my work to the very last minute, always. And I don't know why I do that. So, because I do that, for example, if I have to turn in a project within a month, I'll probably just work on it on the last week or like the last couple of days and I'll turn it in. And then if I get a good result, I don't believe that result because I had a whole month and I only used 2 days. So it doesn't make sense in my head that I did something good if I procrastinated so much and if I did not put that much effort into it. And I feel like when I do things without procrastinating, I kind of take the results or the positive feedback more easily. So I think I should work on that, on not procrastinating, but it's really hard for me to do that because I do it without realizing. Like when I notice something is due, I've already procrastinated. So something that could also help me is organizing myself, but I manage to procrastinate even if I have a full set out schedule with everything I have to do. Like because I see the due date and I see the actual date and I'm like, oh, I still have a lot of time. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a cycle.
I feel, I totally feel. And you, Heitor, how is it for you?
For
What
me, it's
helped
more
you?
like recover your confidence and reevaluate your values. So it's like think like could say like Leo, like take a step back and rethink about it and know more about yourself, how to recover this confidence, because I think it's more personal, how it's your values or it's more important for you in each way. And you could working on yourself for that, but it's more by yourself than rather the environment or the other external things. So I could believe it's working yourself for your values and a way to recover your confidence in it.
Yeah, very good. And you, Ju, did you got the point of the question?
I guess so. In my case, I try to take a time for myself just to stop the pressure. And sometimes stop to compare myself with others, because when I start think, oh, I'm not deserve something, usually, especially at work, it's because I'm just compare me with others. And I try to avoid it. It's so difficult, but when I realize, I try to work on it.
Yeah, you brought a really good point about this comparison that we do all the time. And you already Could you think a little bit more? Did you got the point?
Yes, now I understood. Similar, I don't remember the person that said about to recover the self-confidence. I think this is so important. When you have a confidence in your achievements, in your knowledge, in your abilities, and in your history that you have, it's a good point to use in your mindset. Your mindset. I think he recovered the self confidence is the main point for you change your head about the things that you think that you don't deserve. I think is the main point.
Yeah, exactly. And I will take a point that Ju just brought about comparison. And we have here, I don't know if you guys use a lot of social media, but we see and we heard, we have some studies about it, that social media can increase this comparison, especially about body types, but also about lifestyle that people have. And do you guys think that social media can increase this imposter syndrome? And how can we prevent it? Is it possible? What you guys do, or are you guys affected by social media in people that you follow?
One really interesting point about it is that we often about social media, we use it to think about Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and we forgot that LinkedIn is a social
Yeah,
media. So many people here have problems with imposter syndrome at work. So LinkedIn is a perfect place to make us start to compare it with other people, because many people start to do many courses. Many people know many languages, so it's impossible to do not make comparisons. So I think that's one point that we can think more about. It's also about LinkedIn and not only Facebook and Instagram.
yeah, you brought I totally forgot about LinkedIn, but yeah, it's a huge one about the comparison. And how about you guys? Do you have problems with LinkedIn or on others? Like,
Uh, so I, for example, don't have Instagram on Facebook. I don't have, but I don't like to take pictures. I think that I'm not photogenic person. uh, but LinkedIn is complicated. I use a lot the LinkedIn. For example, I got my new opportunity about the LinkedIn, but at least there you see the person doing courses, uh, doing things on the company that the person can get promoted. You see the way, but on Instagram or other things, you see the person win a lot of money with the some videos and with the photos. I think it is complicated. For this reason, I don't have Instagram and Facebook, because I prefer preserve this thing in my life. But LinkedIn, I think is so important to us, because it's a good tool for you organize a little thing in your professional life. I think it's a good tool, good social media nowadays.
yeah, you brought up point. But you know what? I think just like on the others on LinkedIn, people can share what they want to share. Actually, we can see a path that they do. What are they doing? Sometimes, as Leo said, this can bring you a comparison because, oh, how these people can do a lot of things and I cannot. I am stuck on my life. I'm not doing something. But like you also said, you can see there that this person did some stuffs and you can do one path similar to get there, you know? But like in any social media, you put what is best, what you can show, and you can write in beautiful words, you know. You can put there. You cannot be totally true or totally false, but it's the way that this person wants to show how is this happening, and this can affect you somehow or not, I guess, depending how are you doing with yourself. But you brought a good point about LinkedIn, and the Toro was also he plus did, yeah, people on Instagram won money today and TikTok doing dancing, these little dances and we did a lot. And it's not so easy to get money just studying. Yeah, but I would like to hear about the others, guys. How do you feel about social media in general and how these affect? What is your perception, guys?
I think social media is a big problem nowadays because if you don't know how to manage, how to use, it's a way to make us feel bad. In my case, my experience, nowadays I try to avoid have a lot of contact with social medias, but I confess I love to follow people. But I note that that's not good for me. So I'm trying to control more how much time I spend on social medias. Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Leo bring us an excellent topic because I used to use LinkedIn a lot, and nowadays I avoid to use on weekends, for example. It's a way that I find to avoid to see the perfect life, professional career of the other people and start to feel, oh, they can do that and I'm not capable. Sometimes we start to feel like that, and not because you are not capable, but because you are not health at that moment. You are not strong. You are facing lack of confidence. So for me, sometimes social media is a little bit toxic. So I try to avoid.
Exactly. And I guess Heitor into the
Yeah, I just thought about the same thing about usage, but the point that makes things feeling easier. So it's really easy to just scroll the screen. It's really easy to pass for the image, the dances, the happiness, for everything too fast. And the life is not that fast. The life is not that easy. So when you use this social medias too much, you had this feeling of I don't know, faster or easier, and this makes, I think, when the things come for real, makes you more anxious, makes you more impatient about the things that is not that fast, not that easy. So that's it's another point that I just thought now. I think I used to be more patient without social media. I'm totally sure about it. And totally affected.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess life before it's kind of difficult to imagine life without social medias nowadays because it's a while that is so present, but yeah, it's better to not have this pressure. And you, Duda, how do you how do you see that?
I think there's so many layers to this comparison syndrome that we all have, kind of. Because, for us, okay, the point is social media, and I get it, but for us to get to the point of being so into something like social media and compare ourselves to other people is because we are kind of taught to compare ourselves to other people from very early points in our lives. So, like, if you're in school, you gotta have the better grades. If you're, I don't know, swimming, you gotta be the best swimmer. If you're doing sports, you gotta be the best person on the team. Otherwise, it's not that great. Like, if you get a 9, it's not good enough because you got a 10. If you got a 10, you did nothing more than you're supposed to do. So it's complicated because we're literally, that is hammered into our brains ever since we're kids. And then we grow up and we naturally feel like we have to compare ourselves to other people around us and we have to outdo them somehow. And that's really crazy because sometimes we kind of do it without realizing. Like, for example, let's say we have friends and we want our friends to succeed. I was talking to one of my friends about this the other day, and she was like, she at that point she did not have a job, and another friend of ours got a job, and she started talking about it a lot because she got excited. And this other friend of mine, she was like, I was super happy for her, but I, subconsciously caught myself kind of jealous and being like, why am I stuck in this place when she has a job? It's not even conscious sometimes. It's so engraved in our heads and minds that we just tend to do that all the time. And then social media just came along and made it all worse. It made it all more toxic, and it basically bumped it up to a much bigger scale because now you're not only comparing yourself to normal people around you, but you're also comparing yourself to celebrities and to sub-celebrities and to like teenagers who are 16 and are buying cars and houses for their parents, and you're sitting there at 27 still finishing graduation, or like, you still have a normal job, you're not making more than $10 an hour. It's complicated to analyze it. It's very hard, and it's very understandable as well because it naturally instills the comparison syndrome. Like, what am I supposed to do if a 16-year-old already has a better life than me? When I was 16, I didn't even know what I wanted to. I still don't know what I want to do with my life. So, yeah.
Yeah, you brought a lot of good points. And the discussion is really good, but I know that we have time just to answer one more question. And I would like to propose to us to not think in comparison about others, but when you think about yourself and your life, what do you think that you have improved, that you have changed during the past years, that you feel like really proud of you? And do you guys think about it? I can start to give you guys time to think because it's a difficult question that I have never, I wasn't thinking about it. But I guess recently, I would say that I actually I have been always a person that talks a lot and make friends easily. But I think that on the recently years, I have made friends and bonds that do have been taking longer than before. And I guess it's because I have changed. I have been a more mature person, and this also helps on professional life, because you have to make bonds, you have to see the person. And I guess it's something that I have changed and have helped me. It's still something sometimes you think it's something really simple, it's something small, it's not like most of these rich and famous person, but it's something that I guess helped me a lot, and helping during my daily routine, and I guess will help him in the future. And it's something so small, and something that people doesn't like teaches you. People used to say about it, but you do not see this importance sometimes so easily. And I guess it's really important to have this person, that those people close to you in all the times that you have. And like you said, you have the friends that you were talking about this situation. You have people close to you that you can compare yourself, but sometimes these people can also be like a platform to you to jump. They can help you somehow. And it's something that I am really proud of me to have changed this. It was really slow this happened, but when I realized this was a big changing during these last years. And for you guys, what is something that you changed, that you think that help you and you feel like really happy or grateful to change it?
When I was 33, I was in college, and I was a totally different person. In my I don't know, behavior at the companies. I don't thinking about the future in the past. When I had a teacher English, and he see a potential of me, and he said, "Hey, you is a good guy, smart guy, but you need to change your behavior. You need to be more serious on the company, change your post on social medias, and analyze the things that you want in the future." In that time, I start to change my mindset. For this reason, I don't have more like social medias, and I change my I don't know the name, postura at work, and now I achieve is good things because I change my idea of life and the other things, and I'm so happy for this.
Very good. Thanks, right there. I guess would be posture, the name. And how about the others? Who wanna go now? To
Okay. I can
Oh.
go. Oh,
Go on, Sarah.
you lost Leo. I was thinking here about the way I cope with low points in my life. For example, I graduated in 2020, and 2 weeks after the pandemic came, and I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything. And if it was earlier, maybe I would totally freak out. But I decided to start learning English, to take seriously and start to speaking, because I was in the group. I could learn, I can understand, I can listen, but I couldn't speak like anything. Just with my head I spoke, but I believe that this mindset of being able to face the situation in a different perspective, it has helped me a lot. That's why I'm here today, and that's why I really like to learn language, because this feeling of I'm improving, I'm developing myself, this brings you confidence and brings you motivation to keep going. And I would say that's the thing that I'm proud of, this change of mindset and behavior as a consequence.
Pretty good. Thanks, Sarah. And now it's your turn, Lyle.
Yeah, in my case, I think that my turning point was TNT when we started here 2 years ago. We were too young and we have many dreams to achieve, and we start to develop skills to achieve the dreams that we wanted. I was in the master degree, finished my master degree, well, wanna change his career. Bia was doing many things in her life. So I think that in that moment, I was surrounded by people who were starting new things. So it makes me feel comfortable to start new things, to make changes in my life. I think that you all also always support me. I always talk with you about many subjects. So I think that this environment makes me feel more confident, and the people here also helps me to be more confident. So I think that TNT really helps me, and I'm really grateful.
That's really good, Lyle. I would like to say the same. TNT helped me a lot. I don't know how it was my life before TNT. It's been a long time that I have been here. Pandemic, the only good part of pandemic, it was TNT. Yeah. And how about the others? Ju, Heitor, and Duda? What is the point that you think in your life that in comparison that you become better, or that you are proud of, that you like to remember?
Okay, so I can say that is like accept the fact that I have been 1,000 versions of 1,000 actors already, and will be more 1,000 more. And accept that because it's like I'm a stubborn person for nature, but besides that's like for each situation you have your best version, even in you don't want it in certain way, it's the way that you can. So when you realize that it's more things to do, because your situations will continue to change, and you will change with the situations, you accept this, not only the changes, but the person that you become easier to be more mature, to be more part of your circle, new circles, or your own circle indeed, and make it easier to live, maybe. That is it.
Yeah, totally agree, Heitor. And Juju?
In my case, I used to be a very strict person since that I remember. Many rules, goals, and after some years I realized that it's okay, it's not a problem in this way, but the life is more than that. It's difficult think every day that you have to do follow the rules all the time. So I try, and I'm proud because I start to be more soft, to face the things in a soft way. It's not easy. I'm still trying to do it. It's a process, but I realized that I have some progress. on this matter. And it helped me a lot.
Really good. Yeah, we must be soft and hard on ourselves at the same times, I guess, because if we don't take care of ourselves properly, who will? Yeah, and I guess you brought a really good point. And you, Duda?
I think what I'm like the most proud of my character development is how I've learned to be more aware of my emotions throughout the years. Because I've always struggled with labeling what I'm feeling. So, because it was always very messy for me. So now, after therapy and self work as well, I am now able to like identify them a little bit better, and I'm also able to vocalize what I'm feeling with more ease than before. And I think that's very important because it's important in different levels, but especially in interpersonal relationships, because I was the type of person that just pushes people away or just shuts down whenever they're feeling a certain way because I did not feel comfortable sharing it, or I didn't even know what I was feeling to begin with. So it's very complicated to tell someone else what you're feeling if you don't even understand it yourself. So I feel like my progress in that is what I'm the most proud of right now. And I still have a lot to, work on, but it's been good so far.
Yeah, really good. Guys, let me share here the link of the survey, and I would like to thank you all for coming to the meeting. It was really good, a really good conversation. I always say that TNT is like a recovery for me. Doesn't matter how I'm feeling before. After TNT, I feel always good and happy. And sometimes I cannot sleep very well because I am electric, so I don't sleep early. I guess TNT full of energy, and sometimes not always give really good thoughts to think about it. I always leave the any meetings that I go thinking a lot, and it's really good to see sometimes, as Leo said, that you can find support in other places. Sometimes are strange people that you doesn't know, but with a time, yeah, it's like a therapy session. And but with a time you'll get to know and get along with those people and become friends, and you see that doesn't matter the age, the graduation that you have, the place that you live, if you are man, woman, black or white, you can face the same problems, and you will do it in a different way. It's something common. Life is not easy, but we can handle this. And with that, we can plus learn and improve our English here. And guys, I just would like to thank you all for coming, and hope to see you next week or in the other meetings that we have, Sarah's meeting and Leo's meeting. Okay. Bye bye, guys. See ya. Take care.
Yeah,
See you next
thanks.
time.
See you guys.